the companies that I've spoken to, the people who have come, the CEOs who have come into Treasury, tell me that the economy is very solid. We got some very good jobs numbers last Friday. So, I think that we are in pretty good shape.
Thank you.
I was out telling other countries, don't retaliate. And I think what a lot of people are missing here is that the levels that were put out last Wednesday are a ceiling. So if you don't retaliate, that is the ceiling. So we've been overwhelmed with the response to come to DC and negotiate. So President Trump on Monday had a very good call with the Japanese Prime Minister. He had a very good call with the President of Korea yesterday. We're seeing a delegation from Vietnam. So I think we have about 70 negotiations lined up. I'm not planning on going anywhere for Easter. And I believe that I had obviously been providing advice on the tariffs, working more on the tax bill that we'll talk about. And now I'm going to take a lead negotiating role in a lot of the tariffs, starting with the Japanese delegation. But in terms of escalation, unfortunately, the biggest offender in the global trading system is China. And they're the only country who's escalated. And I can tell the rest of the world that I'm not sure whether it was the Prime Minister or the Economic Minister in Spain made some comments this morning. Oh, well, maybe we should align ourselves more with China. That would be cutting your own throat, because I can tell you that these Chinese exports that the U.S. tariff wall is going to keep out, that China, for all of you who can remember that Disney movie of the brooms carrying the buckets of water, that is a Chinese business model. It never stops. They just keep producing and producing and dumping, and it's going somewhere. And I think, Rob, at the end of the day, that we can probably reach a deal with our allies, with the other countries that have been long-term. They've been good military allies, not perfect economic allies, and then we can approach China as a group. So we want to deleverage the government sector, re-leverage the private sector, but we can't do it all at once. And I tell these congressmen, I tell the senators, look, our fiscal situation is a 350-pound, 2-pack-a-day smoker on the ICU table, and he or she is not going to get off that table and run the Ironman. And we're going to get on a treadmill. We are going to bring the deficit to GDP hopefully down by 1% every year and get it back toward the long-term target of 3.5%. What will keep us from having a recession is making sure that the tax bill doesn't expire, adding back 100% depreciation, and then adding some of President Trump's agenda, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, and making, when I bought my first car, I'm 62, when I bought my first car, auto loans were tax deductible. So we're going to do that again for American-made cars.
Secretary, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your leadership on behalf of the nation. Please join me in thanking Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.